Hello, everyone. LJ Young for life, back again for Debt Ain't My Daddy. My name is LJ Young again, and I am a 100% debt free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see outside what I call the debt matrix where I lived for the first 40 years of my life, believing that credit and debt and financing cars and clothes and apartments and houses was the way to go. And if I had a whole bunch of credit cards with open lines of credit to go with it, that was just frosting on the cake. The higher my limits, the more. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing when I think about it today. It's funny as hell. I used to brag about my credit card limits like it was my money. It wasn't even my money, but I was bragging about it out loud. But see, now I understand bragging about credit card limits only matter to other people inside the debt matrix. Now that I'm debt free, I stepped outside the debt matrix. I clearly understand that's not anything to brag about. You're just bragging on the bank's money. It makes absolutely no financial sense, right? What I am is the medium between the two. I now understand that money is a tool, and money is also like a no different than a hammer and a nail gun. And money is spoken in two languages: debt and debt free. If you've been in debt all your life, you only speak debt. You have no idea the language of debt free even exists. And the reason why that is you probably believe, just like I did, that everybody has bills and debt, and it is just life, and it is the way it is. The only way you're not going to have debt if you somehow strike it rich and then you pay off all your stuff. And I used to think the same thing. Oh, becoming debt free, to be truly financially free, is not rich. It's to be owe nobody on planet. I owe nobody on the planet a dime, right? Nothing, no entity, nobody. I'm free. I'm truly financially free. And wealth, true wealth is owning the time in your life. The more you sell, the less you own. But anyway, this one just came to me today, and it's just not scripted or practiced. I just kind of just say it, right? Now, felons and finances, right? So I want to. This is for the. This is for the people that have come out of prison, come out of jail, and uh, and now they have a record and they've lost so much time in their lives, and they're probably feeling real down about other people like that went to college and they're moving ahead and they got these houses and cars and they're just living this life, and now you're not living like them because of a mistake you might have made in your past, right? And now you got the stamp on you, preventing you to get good paying jobs, and people looking at you funny and sort of this and that, right? Right. Okay, this is for you guys. I want you guys to see something that the majority of the population do not see. And what I'm telling you is this. You don't even have to be smart like them. You don't have to be college educated. You don't even have to know these fancy numbers in the stock market and all this stuff. All you need to know is fifth grade math, and you will pass them up financially, and they won't even know how you did it. And you can tell them to their face. This is how powerful this is. This is a gift that I'm telling you guys. You can tell them to their face, and they still won't believe you. This is the gift. You ready? And this is how you can get financially ahead of people like that try to, no, not people like that, excuse me. That this is about you. When you come out of jail, prison, and you think they're so far financially ahead of you because of the things you see, that stuff is a facade. That's not real. If it's financed, it's not there. So if they have a big fancy house and they have a mortgage, it's not their house. It's the bank's house. If they're making payments on a car, it's the bank's car. You see how it works? All right. So this is what you do. So this is all you got to do. Apply fifth grade math to your finances. And I'm going to tell you the advantage that you have right now that you probably don't even know. All right. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. So say like you've been in prison for a while and now you got all this stuff on your credit report, bills that you ain't paid in years or whatever, right? Anything over anything over 7 years can just be removed, right? It hasn't even been touched, so you can just kick that right off, right? If you got other stuff on there, since you fresh out, no job, guess what you do? Just go file bankruptcy. Chapter 7. Everything I'm telling you is legal. You just walk in, you say, hey man, I just got out of prison, I ain't got no job, file chapter 7 bankruptcy. Now you got a clean slate. You're in the you're in the black because you owe nobody nothing. All right. Now you're at zero. Everybody you see, most of the people you see and fantasize about, and when I say fantasize, I mean you see their stuff, right? You're like, oh man, I want that stuff. They're below zero. All right. You're at zero now. Now you go out, right? Now at this point, stop believing in credit, that you need it, that you can't do without it, that you're nothing without it. Stop thinking like that. Those days are done. Just stick with me. Stick with the fifth grade math, right? You're at zero. Everybody, most of the people you see, all you gotta do is Google the numbers, right? $1.5 trillion in student loan debt, $1 trillion in credit card debt, $1 trillion in car loan debt. Somebody's that's one of the biggest facades. The mortgage one is the biggest one. The biggest facades ever. All you got to test my theory, and then we'll get back to what I'm saying to you. To test my theory, go to a person, anybody you know that has a house and they have a mortgage, and ask them, hey, are you a homeowner? They're going to tell you yes. And then you say, hey, do you have a mortgage? Yeah, I do have a mortgage. Say to them just like this. If you have a mortgage, then you're not the homeowner. And then step back. I want you to see their response to you. Now, mathematically, you're not saying anything rude or bad or mean. Mathematically, it's true. And if it makes mathematical sense, it makes financial sense, right? Step back and see how they respond to you. They're going to say, oh, yes, I am. My name is on the deed and this and that. And I'm responsible for this and this, just whatever. This is what you say. This is what you do. This is what you say. Okay. And then walk away. And then I want you to come back to this video, make a comment down there and say, man, you were right. I know. That's why I'm telling you, it was $1 million gift. Now, when you get the job you can get because of your record, work hard, save your money. You're in the black. So anything you save is above the black. It's actually your money. You put it in the bank, stack it up. Now remember, this is what I want you to also see. 85% of Americans are in debt. All right. You stack your money. Don't care about the car you drive. Let everybody look at you funny. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the people in the debt matrix. Don't worry about them. That's just a facade. Stack your money. Drive a piece of beater car, right? Stack your money. And then when you're ready for the car that you want, you have the cash for it. And guess what? This is how you do it. Save up the amount of money. Look in the ad for the car you want. Now, since 85% of Americans are in debt, you have an 85% chance to get that car you want at 50% of the price because you have cash. So when you have cash, you don't care about what they're asking for. You got a chance. They're selling this for a reason because they probably in over their head and these payments are just kicking their butt, right? And they'll damn near give away the car just to get from under those payments because don't forget, they already believe it's not their money anyway since they financed it, but in reality, it's their money plus more. But that part doesn't matter. How they think and feel about it is 100% irrelevant. Math doesn't care about anybody's feelings. You walk up with cash, they're going to take it for 50%. They're going to take it. You drive it for a few years, you got the car you want that you own at 50% of the price. You drive it for a few years and then you're tired of it. Guess what? When you're ready to sell, you probably get 85% of the value at that time. It will be at Kelly Blue Book value. Why? Because you bought it for 50% in the beginning. See how it works? You don't live in the credit world. You live in the cash world. The money they pay and you don't pay, that's called phantom income. So if you buy a car, let's go back to the center. If you buy a car for 50% of the cost, you pay 50% of the taxes on that car. If the majority pays the 100% of the taxes you don't pay is money in your pocket. So you're part of the collective. Never forget you're part of the collective. None of this would work without everybody, but it counts on how you participate in the collective. So if you pay 50% less taxes than the majority, you're making 50% more a year than the collective. You see what I'm saying? And then this puts you up here. You're still part of the collective, but you're up here because you understand how it works. That's how you do it. So stop thinking these people are ahead of you because of the stuff you see. That means absolutely nothing. All you got to do is see their personal credit report. Now, once you file Chapter 7, everything is cleared off your credit report, right? It's blank. Mine is blank, right? So if anybody, like for example, let me give you an example. If anybody there was, if there's anybody out there trying to give me financial advice, the first thing I want to see is their personal credit report. I have to know that they know what they're talking about. Because if I see their credit report and they have a student loan on their credit report that's older than their children, I think to myself, why are you giving me financial advice when you got a 20-year-old student loan that you haven't paid for? I don't get that. That doesn't make mathematical sense to me. And if it doesn't make mathematical sense, it doesn't make financial sense because math and money are related. They're twins. You know what I'm saying? If you keep this train of thought, it won't matter. It won't matter the mistakes you made in the past. You will be financially ahead of millions just being at zero, just being right at zero in the black. Anything you save, it just stacks. You don't pay when you have cash. Remember, you don't pay full price for anything. You don't need credit. Now, this is okay. Here's one more example so you guys can see the difference that the credit world people believe. And anyway, let me show you. Okay, so this people say, "Oh man, how you gonna get an apartment if you ain't got good credit or whatever, right?" And so you must can't get an apartment without credit. Okay, now you walk up, say two people walk up to the apartment complex, the guy with the good credit and the good job, he says, "Hey, I want this apartment." The guy says, "Okay, sign up for a year lease." I ain't got no credit. I walk up and say, "Hey, I'll sign a year lease, but I'll pay the whole year lease right now. Can I get a month free for paying the whole lease today?" Who comes out ahead, me or the person with the good credit? Me. Nobody's, there's not many apartment complexes that are going to turn down a person that can pay the whole year right up front. And how will you be able to do this? Because you will not be in debt and not paying all the taxes and fees that everybody else pays. It's all legal. Tax evasion is illegal. Tax avoidance is legal. It's 100% legal. It's 100% legal. The taxes you don't pay, finance charges you don't pay that the majority of the collective do and you don't, it's money in your pocket. See what I'm saying? So don't get caught up in that kind of, don't get caught up in these people out here that look like they're doing better than you because you made a mistake and this and that. It looks like that, but don't automatically assume that you can get further ahead than the people that look like they're ahead. Okay? If they're making payments, it's not theirs. I hope you guys hope this was informational. If you like it, please comment. If you want a free 15-minute consultation, go over to DebtAintMyDaddy.com, type in there what you're looking for, send, and it'll come straight to me, and then we'll set something up and get you started. It all starts with your credit report. That's what it all starts with. It all starts with improving your credit report, improving your credit score, get it nice and pretty in all three of them, and then it takes off from there. All right? All right, you guys have a wonderful day.